When it flipped over to the defense, I cannot believe this. They are blaming everything on Vonnie.
So this headline and this tweet from Ross, I got to talk to Ross. This is not a story. Durk did not just blame everything on Vonnie. What the
What's good, y'all? Trap Lord Ross got called out for putting the tag on Durk, calling him a snitch, saying that he blaming it all on Vonnie, when all he's saying is, I don't know what the hell they talking about. What else is he supposed to say? But what else do you expect from somebody who's infatuated with the culture? Trap Lord is basically a stan of Von and everybody else, but now wants to play moral authority or act like he could say what's going on in the streets.
When it flipped over to the defense, I cannot believe this. They are blaming everything on Vonnie. I don't know if it counts as telling, if the guy's already telling on you, but they're basically saying Vonnie masterminded all of this. They said that Vonnie was there when King Von died. They're saying that King Von actually said to Vonnie, why did you let them shoot me? And Vonnie was devastated. Vonnie was the one driving the Hellcat. You know that footage where King Von gets killed? Obviously, you know, Muwop's dragging him off the ground, punching Quando Rondo. They're saying Vonnie's the one that went and got the Hellcat and sped him to the hospital. They're saying that Vonnie was holding King Von in his arms, telling him I love you before he went to the hospital, and that was the last conversation they ever had. They're saying Vonnie had all the motivation. They're saying Vonnie and King Von were cousins. That's why they call him Vonnie Cuz. They're saying that Vonnie and King Von were so tight that they had shared bank accounts. It was crazy. I had never even comprehended that they might try and blame it all on Vonnie. I thought it was all street. We don't talk. It's all murder. We don't even acknowledge this as a gang. But now they're saying, yeah, this all happened. This is all a murder. Vonnie did it. They're saying Vonnie and Jam, they did everything. They was off on their own. We didn't have any clue.
So this headline and this tweet from Ross, I got to talk to Ross. This is not a story. Durk did not just blame everything on Vonnie. What the Vonnie got picked up by cops, admitted to everything, admitted to getting the cars, arranging the flights, admitted to getting the guns, buying the ski masks, admitted to getting Sprinter vans and taking everybody around. And then he said, I did all of it while facing life in prison. I did all of it because Dirk Banks paid me to do it. And now Dirk Banks is in court saying, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And to put out a headline that says, oh, Dirk just blamed everything on Vonnie, what the no. Putting that out, what the
Same thing Academics does, same thing Flacco does. I mean, it's just getting old. And if you notice, a lot of people are tired of it. That's the only reason I'm covering it. Anybody familiar with the content that the channel used to produce knows I've covered these cases, covered all this type of paperwork, covered all that, right? But never with the intent of putting a false label on somebody. Just putting it out there, let the people decide, let the streets decide, let people who actually live it, know it, decide. Who is he or me or anybody else who hasn't walked in that person's shoes to call them whatever you're calling them erroneously? It don't matter who said what. All Durk can say is, I don't know what you're talking about, so he can get up out of there. You don't have to point no fingers. It's just getting old, man. Another distinction that needs to be made is if this was journalism as opposed to hip-hop media, so to speak, then it would be an unbiased, report the facts, whatever type of take, right? But to get the clicks and views and go viral, you need to attach a label to somebody. That's just how the game goes. So I'm not really mad at him for playing the game. I'm just calling out the clickbait, rage bait nature of the reporting. He got to do what he got to do. I get it. But then somebody got to come out. You can't complain about it without speaking against it, correct? You can't just quietly complain, especially if you're in the creative space. So here we are. So when an actual attorney speaks on it, it's just nice to hear that he's pointing out the inconsistencies in the reporting. Anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Until next time, it's Dell. Second Take. We out.